Anyway, it's gonna be Bilbo Hunter. Oh, one guy, Bilbo Hunter's team with Kaiser, Jaren, Christina, and Zakati. Those guys really didn't get to play. Zakati's gonna go first. Versus who do we got? We got Billy Dan, Billy Bob Joe, Dirks Brian. We got Lomania, Spyro, and Zetno. Is it gonna be Zetno? My boy, get it out there, dude. It's going out. Oh, you role players. You damn dirty little role players. What are you guys doing? Walking at each other. Roleplay walking. Get a dodge. Zeta's just gonna get a charge and a stun. Actually gonna get rooted by the pet at the last moment. He still does land the charge. That's gonna be the big A-bomb join the fight. Zeta is gonna take quite a bit of damage. Does get reflect rolling, but he can't really reflect the necrotic strikes. Malak to follow that reflect. And Zeta might have to go for massive heals right now. Zakata is gonna burn that IBF. Zeta barely surviving without the enraged regen. Actually doesn't have a trinket. He doesn't have a trinket. He uses Dwarven Racial, Dark Iron Dwarf Racial, and down he goes. He uses Dark Iron Dwarf Racial, which locks him out of his trinket. Didn't get that enraged regeneration early enough. And that was a slam dunk by Zakati. Next up is going to be Dirks Brian versus Zakati. Coming down in the stun. There's going to be a lot of health to burn through. Zakati no longer out with an IBF. It does pre-MS, he does pre-AMS the Malak. Try to see if he can maybe land a grip on Dirks Brian as he goes behind the wall. No, doesn't have a grip. Actually just going to have to chase right after him. Slowing him down to follow him. Dirks Brian is going to have a million stuns all day, every day. Also a fair amount of healing. Zakati is going to go for the transfusion. Dirks Brian doesn't have a disarm to stop the transfuse heal going. So for Zakati, there's actually going to be quite a bit of a regeneration here. But still, Dirks has a fair amount of health going back to him. That Malak, that's not even a Malak, necrotic strikes is going to force him to grapple hook out of there. Grips the road back in. Cloak Shot is coming in for Dirks. And Zakati has a lot of necrotic saved up and ready to go for Dirks. Even has the Unholy Frenzy rolling to give him the big A's, give him all those hits. Give him all the resources he needs to get a lot of necrotics in there. As long as he can keep necrotic and Dirks Bind, he'll be in a good position, not letting this rogue heal. But his health is not really that good anymore. It's gonna go burning a Warlock Hellstorm from Chrysler right now. And has Death Pact if he ever needs to. A-Bomb is available. Has the Armor of the Dead if he needs it to roll in. That's going to be stunning to Zakati. And actually might have the Dark Pact here. Safety Chicken is going to proc right now. Keep it afloat. Transfusion coming down is going to trick it out of that transfusion. Healing with Death Strikes back to back. And Dirks is going to go for a stun, for a parry right now. Zakati goes to stun and trick it on his Dirks. And Dirks is kind of out in the open, dotted up with the pets. Do a lot of work. Try to get next to Zakati. Does get a stun. Zakati does get that Dark Pact rolling. That's going to be A-Bomb rolling. Once you get the full Army of the Dead rolling too. Is it going to be able to though? Has the full setup ready. And Dirks is just going to catch a re-stealth. I'm actually surprised. Did Dirks not have any dots? Because it looked like he caught a vanish. I think he just caught a full re-stealth. Big Frenzy Regeneration comes in. But a stun is going to lock him out for a second. Does Dirks Brian have enough? Is that Adrenaline Rush working for him right now? Or is it just stun? It looks like it is a full Adrenaline Rush. It looks like he's setting up for a kill. Does get a set of bones rolling. I don't even know what kind of buffs he's got. But Zakati's going to get a grip on him. Malak being thrown at Dirks Brian right now. I think both of them trading Malaks. And Dirks doesn't have any kind of healing. Does he have the concoctions? Or is the Army of the Dead gonna rot him down? He has to get the comp points rolling. Just gonna use them on the pets. The pets explode, but I think he does land inside him a little bit. Or the pet explosion just very little damage. Probably does very little damage. Dirks Brian does get a stun onto Zakati, but barely any health left. Doesn't have disarm. Gets a vanish shot with a Cloak of Shadows, barely surviving it. And Zakati just gunning for that eye right afterwards. Dirks Brian is looking for a long-term game. I think he just needs to get himself a lot of healing rolling. He's gonna go for the mage food. Why he's got it. Somebody on Team Blue just left. Oh wait, it was the warrior. Makes sense, makes sense. Gouge onto Zakati. Dirks, do you have a setup, man? Do you have a... Does land a stun. IBF coming in Zakati. As Zakati's looking to finish off Dirks Brian. Nothing left. Not even a parry available. Doesn't even get a heal though. And looks like the rogue is going to go down. Getting cleaved in half by Zakati himself. Spyro is trying to see if he can land the polymorph off the bat. Gonna go for the Greater Pirate. Is that going to be the pet interrupt? Does blink away from the pet before he gets interrupted. Slams a full Greater Pirate into Zakati. But he does get a transfusion rolling first. Death Strike just healed him basically to full of all the health that the G-Pie just cleaned him off of. That's going to be Spyro popping the big cooldowns. Blinking away from Zakati. Meteor down. That's going to be massive A-bomb rolling too. Going to get a temporal one in here. Zakati's going to get those necrotics in. Interrupted Spyro on a cast of fame. And Zakati's actually going to bail back a little bit with a Maledict to follow. Spyro's out in the open with the A-bomb. No longer with the big burst. Has Iceblock if he needs to. Has plenty of Greater Pyro Blast in here. Looks like he's not going to finish off the Greater Pyro. He's going to be able to get a grip on that Greater Pyro. So Spyro had to reset his own G-Py rolling. Does get the full Army of the Dead up and running. Spyro does slow him down with Flame Strike. What all he has is just a little bit of instant cast. Might have to Ice Block here. We might have to actually see an Ice Block right now. And Spyro is kind of just stacking necrotics. And Spyro does see a Cauterize rolling right now with an Ice Block. As he kind of just going to wait it out a little bit. He needs to make sure he has an interrupt, stun, grip, anything he needs. Spyro missing the breath. Trying to see if he can land a Polymorph. Does land Polymorph. He kind of trick inside of it immediately. Interrupting Spyro on the G-Py. Is just trying to necrotic him down before he gets any kind of healing. Temporal coming in for Spyro, but I think his fate is sealed. And down the boy goes. Next up is going to be Billy Dan. Is it Billy Bob Jr.? Billy Dan. Billy Dan. He's the Illinois cousin. He's like, hey, brother. He's from Alabama. It's going to be an imprison onto Zakati. Billy Dan's trying to go for some damage right now. I'm him getting interrupted. Does he have enough damage? Just a blast from Zakati. Does stun him on Transfusion, though. And it's going to be a Metamorphosis to follow. Stunning up the pets, and it's going to have a lot of leech rolling. Because Zakati just peeled this Demon Hunter off his back. As the DH is just way too mobile. Going to be a stun out of Zakati onto Billy Dan and Chains of Ice to follow. He's trying to wait out the meta. That's going to be full 30-second Metamorphosis. Does let us stun Zakati. How does he break out of it, though? Did he break out of it with a... He didn't have BF, he didn't shrink it. So I guess it must have been a really, really short stun. Billy Dan does drop down his invulnerability just to get a bit of mobility. But Zakati can slow him down with Chains of Ice. I-Beam to Fall is going to prolong the duration for Billy Dan, though. Malik out of Zakati. He's just trying to see if he can fight this out, fight this through. That's going to be AMS as Billy Dan goes up in the air. The pets are waiting for him down below, and Zakati's waiting to get some big damage to him. Billy Dan just turns his attention onto the pets, and that's all he's really got. He needs to enable that Metamorphosis through all the Army of the Dead. He needs to Metamorphosis just to gain that leech. He needs to get the I-Beam rolling. Does he have it? Stun coming out to Zakati. It's not going to be enough, though, and down he goes. Billy Dan barely made it out. Next up is going to be Lomania. Gonna get that Invis off the bat. Try to see if he can G-Py Zakati off that. Grip coming in, gripping him in. Malik onto Zakati to fall. It does get a IPF rolling just to see if he can survive this burst. And he does survive it, but only by a hair. Lomanian just needs to get a bit of damage on Zakati. There's going to be Meteor on one side. Is he going to smack Zakati? Nope. Gonna move to the other. It's gonna get the slows and a Lomania. Might have a dark back here. No, gonna go for Transfusion heal as much as it can. That's gonna be a heal for Lomania, but Zakati's just looking for his own recovery. He needs to interrupt that Greater Pyro. Is gonna interrupt it. It's gonna start stacking Necrotics into Lomania instead. Trying to turn this around. Feeling pretty confident. AMS at hand if needed. And as Death Pact if he needs that as well. G-Py coming in. Gonna grip it. Ripping those G-Pies out of Lomania's hands. Is he going to be able to do anything at all? Lomania, same trick coming down. Just Ice Blocks through all those Necrotics. Not going to be able to land even a heal. If he even has any from his Azeroth traits. I think he's going to be square out by Zakati. Big old 1v5. Ring of Frost could stop him. Does interrupt it. Greater Pyro Blast. Does he have a grip or a stun for it? He does stun at the very last moment. Just letting Lomania feel like, oh, maybe you can get something going. Best stun to follow. Lomania does get Cauterized rolling. That's going to be a massive grip by Zakati into a temporal for Lomania. Trying to see if he can land a Ring of Frost, but I think the dots in the pet are just going to work on him. He's got to just try to find that angle. G-Pie still trying to get those G-Pies in there. He's going to get interrupted. Polymorph. I feel like Lomania is somewhere in the beyond after getting his old sacrifices Zakati. He's still somewhere out there in the afterlife, still trying to cast the G-Pie into the DK. G fucking G. Let's go.